Well, I have to say thank you very much to Jonathan, who is Mandela Effect. Wow, what a video. We all know Keir Starmer doesn't have black hair, but here he's got black hair. The other thing I thought so interesting, because obviously people just don't get it, the chairs don't move. The chairs aren't really glitching. The floor doesn't really glitch, or this table, but everybody in this room is possible of a glitch, which we will see in this video. And I'd like to say thank you very much to Jonathan. Getting glitched, there is not as much of a stigma in believing aliens have reached Earth. So my question is, if aliens have reached Earth, then what has been put in place to prevent a takeover by using cloaking devices? What I think they've done, Jonathan, is, because there's another lady there, I'm going to go to her. She has white hair in this, but when you look at her, she's got black hair. So 1 second, we'll just look at that. What I believe is none of these people are there. Is he there? I don't think so. Look at this one. I'm just going to play her a tiny bit. And watch her hair as it zooms in on her hair. Half her hair's black. There you go. Look at that. She's got black hair here and white hair here, but she's got white hair. So how does that happen? That's got to be someone else underneath. And they've put her over the top. Look at that. It's disgusting, isn't it? Black. She's got black hair in there. Why would they do that to her? Look at that. I love this video, Jonathan, so thank you very much for sending me the link to this. I'm not sure if it's aliens. It's definitely computer composite stuff. CGI, AI, whatever it is. And they've made little mistakes. Because, like I said, the floor, the table and the chairs aren't doing it. Only the added people are doing it. It's just disgusting to think that they would do this to us. Because if there was this problem, like with the people, the floor would be doing it, the chairs would be doing it, and the table would be doing it, but it doesn't happen. Anyway, without ado, let's watch this brilliant video that Jonathan has captured.
Damage in his path for change, or simply a mistake that needs rectifying.
I'll tell you what was a mistake, leaving a £22 billion black hole. We took the difficult decisions investing in our NHS, and I would have thought we would welcome the 2 million extra appointments that we've achieved in the first 7 months of the Labour government. That's the difference our budget is making to people.
Estimated that Carlton and Grange primary schools in my city of Gloucester will be part of the first 750 schools to get free breakfast. And I'm pleased that this government is already delivering on this manifesto promises in less than a year. So will the Prime Minister agree with me that by helping working parents with childcare and delivering the best start to the day for every single child, we are delivering opportunity for the next generation?
I agree with my honourable friend. We're pleased that 2 of the early adopter schools will be in his constituency. And Mr. Speaker, we're ensuring that all primary school children aged can get access to free breakfast and at least 30 minutes of free childcare. And that means every child ready to learn, and parents, of course, supported with up to £450 a year back in their pockets. That's the change a Labour government makes.
The actions the Leader of the Opposition can do better.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish the Prime Minister every success on his trip to Washington. The visit to see President Trump must serve our national interest. The Prime Minister and I are completely united in our support for Ukraine as a proud and sovereign nation. Yeah. What specific steps will he take to ensure Ukraine is at the negotiating table for any peace settlement?
Well, I thank her for her words about the forthcoming trip. And it is right, and I think the whole House will think it's right, that Ukraine must be at the table of negotiations. There can be no negotiations about Ukraine without Ukraine. That has been my consistent position in all of the discussions that I've had. That will continue to be my position, because this is about the sovereignty of Ukraine and their ability to decide for themselves the future of their country, so they must be at the table.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the Prime Minister for that answer, and as I said, I wish him every success. We want to support him on this issue. So turning to the details of the plan he set out yesterday. Over the weekend, I suggested to the Prime Minister that he cut the aid budget, and I am pleased that he accepted my advice. Mr. Speaker, it's the fastest response. It's the fastest response I've ever had from the Prime Minister. However, he announced £13.4 billion in additional defence spending yesterday. This morning, his Defence Secretary said the uplift is only £6 billion, which is the correct figure.
Prime Minister.
I'm going to have to let the Leader of the Opposition down gently. She didn't feature in my thinking at all. I was so busy over the weekend I didn't even see her proposal. She's appointed herself, I think, saviour of the Western civilization. It's a desperate search for relevance. But, Mr. Speaker, if you take the numbers for this financial year, and then the numbers for the financial year 27-28, that's £13.4 billion increase. That is the largest sustained increase in defence spending since the Cold War, which will put us in a position to ensure the security and defence of our country and of Europe.
Mr. Speaker, that wasn't very clear. How is it that the Defence Secretary says £6 billion and he says £13.4 billion? The IFS said today that the government is playing silly games with numbers. How does he find this different in numbers?
Mr. Speaker, we went through this 2 weeks ago, going through the same question over and over again. So let me say, if you take the financial year this year, and then you take the financial year for 2027-28, the difference between the two is £13.4 billion. That's the same mantra. If you ask again, I'll give the same mantra again.
I'll decide what it's for.
Mr. Speaker, someone needs to tell the Prime Minister that being patronising is not a substitute. It's not a substitute for answering questions. It's not a substitute. He hasn't answered. What he has said is different from what he said yesterday. We are still not clear where the money is coming from. We want to support him. He's also said that we should put British troops on the ground in Ukraine. We haven't seen the detail of any proposals. Would his new spending plans allow him to fund this commitment effectively?
Prime Minister.
I think it's the same question again. It's £13.4 billion. That's the difference between this year and 2020. She asked a serious question about the security guarantees in Ukraine, and that is extremely important, because the worst of all outcomes, if there's to be a cessation of hostilities, is that it is a short break rather than sustained and lasting peace. And I think that that means there's got to be security guarantees. I've indicated that we will play our full part. There has to be US backing, because otherwise I don't think it will deter Putin. We are working on that. I'm having extensive discussions about it. Not in a position to put details before the House, as she well knows today, but I'll continue down that route, because I want a lasting peace in Ukraine and Europe for the safety and security of Ukrainians, Europeans, and of course for everybody in this country.
Mr. Speaker, this is an endeavour that we want to support him in, but we need to know exactly what it is we're supporting. We need clarity and transparency over the money. We also need to know where this money is going. This morning, Defence
time the people are glitching really badly in front of them and nobody's noticing that they're fading in and out and changing colour. Oh dearie me. Anyway, on to the next bit.